Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat. Champions League Final, ball chat, watch along, welcome family. Watch along one of two, busy day for ball chat family. My name is Benton, along with the family. George, what go on?
I'm good enough. Yo, it's a day that I don't mind having.
Teams are ready. The Reggae Boys just played Super Eagles. And this is, for football fans, this is definitely a joyous day. PSG versus Inter Milan. Run through the starting 11 real quickly because they're kicking off here in a bit.
Biggest game of the year for club football. This is the highlight game. This is the showpiece game for club football. We don't care about Club World Cup. We care about the Champions League. This is champion football. Starting lineups are, let's see, pull it up here. So we have kickoff.
So we have what? Donnarumma in goal for PSG, kicking from left to right. Of course, Allianz Arena. Marquinhos and Paco centre back parents. Nuno Mendes and Hakimi on the fullback position, left and right. Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, and Neves in midfield. Ousmane Dembele, cover, and Doué rounds out the starting 11. Ousmane Dembele, cover, is going to be on the left wing. Ousmane Dembele going to be going down the middle. Your thoughts on that PSG 11 that Luis Enrique is rolling out?
The 11 that got you here. So, it is a fast-playing level. So, I'm curious to see how this game play out.
And then, on the other side of the coin, Simeone Inzaghi going with Summer in goal. Of course, the traditional back three. We saw Steve McLaren try to play back three a while ago for Reggae Boys. Now we see another, what is it, the tutor in back three, the professor in back three sort of formation. Simeone Inzaghi and Inter. Pravard, Asarbi, and Bastoni are the three. Midfielders are Denzel Dumfries, of course, will push up to Barella, Kalaju, Henrik Mkhitaryan, DeMarco down that left wing. Those Denzel Dumfries and DeMarco, huge. Marcus Thuram and Lautaro, Ballon d'Or candidate, round out the starting 11 for Simeone Inzaghi.
Yep, and this game is going to be Dumfries versus Hakimi, and Dumfries versus Mendes, and DeMarco versus Hakimi. I think that's where the game is going to be played.
Yeah, man. So that's it. Both benches are stacked. Inter in the what? All full-fledged yellow as PSG's in almost. 3 minutes in, family.
Very ticky-tack call there by Doe for, I guess, having his hand raised.
Wait, we have new. This AI score has this fancy feature, brother. A fancy feature with the chat room turn up. And the AI, what do you call it? What is this feature exactly? Where the ball move around?
Show track, ball track.
Ball track, okay. So, see if we can get the ball tracker feature. Wait, we have to run ball tracker for World Cup qualifiers then. But with Reggae Boys ball tracker, we don't know how the ball are move. Let's see if we can get rid of this chat room. Hide chat. I'm going to definitely hide that chat.
You should be able to crop it out.
Yeah. All the betting odds for all the gamblers them. I want to know who you got, family? Who you have in this game?
Boy. I'm leaning towards Inter because they've been closest in recent memory. But it's really a tough card for me.
Okay. Any card can play out of these two. I mean, I picked Inter a few weeks ago from the mere fact that they have been here before. And here is another golden opportunity to make this thing right. Of course, Inter played Manchester City in that final.
Yeah. But PSG arguably had probably the better results coming down, like in terms of who deserve it most. I mean, both teams took down some big dogs, but PSG to me, I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah. So as for Simeoneans, big up BM. BM says Inter for the win. Who is your pick? I did pick Inter earlier on, so I'm gonna stick with Inter on this one. Junior.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Inter.
Well, it seems like an all Inter house. Luis Enrique, definitely Champions League winner with Barca, as a coach. So, I mean, this might be the Usman Dembele party. I mean, Cavasclera is a baller. So that left wing, Denzel Dumfries gunning forward. That's going to be an interesting thing on that left side.
Yeah. Club football premier competition, premier final, Champions League final, Inter versus PSG.
Yeah. But this is a testament to the good work both managers have done. I mean, of course, Luis Enrique changed the entire culture at PSG, changed this star-studded team to now, just kind of more workman-like sort of unit.
Yep. And to be honest, PSG is ahead of schedule, in my opinion. You might ask a PSG fan and they might say that's a lie. They are right on time. But to me, PSG, if coming into the season, I would have said they need a couple more pieces to really contest for the Champions League. So they're really ahead of schedule. Or maybe the couple pieces they need were homegrown, and now that those pieces grew up and mature, they're ready. But I think Inter, if not now, when? For this intergeneration.
Yeah. BM has a question regarding the Reggae Boys. Any football question forward, man. I want to tell you, man. Don't know. We can chew gum and walk at the same time. BM says, I don't mean to digress, but Cephas cannot leave England without a contract. A championship side can bust the ball. What do y'all think, Junior?
I mean, he's sure he has that, but then who is his agent? The question is, who is his agent, and is his agent working on his behalf?
Yeah, who is his agent? Because, I mean, clearly, I agree. You can't leave England without not just a contract, a very nice contract. I mean, what we saw is somebody who can, and of course, for the Reggae Boys fans, the game just concluded, Reggae Boys versus Nigeria. Ronaldo Cephas was outstanding. I mean, had 2 assists, left winger was just, breakneck in speed and then putting both goals on a plate. So that's what you want from a winger. So if Cephas doesn't get a better contract this transfer window, it's a failure of the agent, I would presume, because I would expect the baller to want to leave, definitely.
Yep. As PSG is probing, while Inter, it looked like Inter coming with the Barcelona game plan all over again.
Shot from PSG. Now, so the thing is this. We're knowing that this is it for this. This is pretty much it for this cohort of Inter players. Like you said, if not now, when? Because, DeMarco, Bastoni, I mean, this is it. It's either no or, I mean, how is there a bit of nervousness in that situation?
Shouldn't be, because they lost the Scudetto as a long shot out from outside the 18. They didn't win the Scudetto this year. So whatever nerves would come into this game should be replaced by focus. Because if you don't win a trophy of this magnitude this year, then arguably this year you failed, right? So they should be more focused. As Thuram bodies Marquinhos. Yo, Inter dangerous on the counter,
The role of both goalkeepers in this ball game, Donnarumma and Jan Sommer. We saw some of the saves that Sommer made against Barca. We know that Donnarumma is one of the best in the business also.
Mm-hmm. Both roles are very important, but they are actual polar opposites of each other. I think Donnarumma's role is to keep PSG's defenders mentally locked in the game, because as we see in the first 10 minutes, PSG they might probably have 60% of possession, 65%, but most of it has been in Inter's half. But we have seen Inter for this whole year turn it on, press, get possession, and be lethal going forward, right? So Donnarumma have to keep his defenders engaged. They have to stay switched on.
And we have a goal.
Got him. Get behind.
Well,
yeah, we just see it now.
We have to make sure.
Easy goal. Hakimi. Oh, and he doesn't want to cheer.
Let's see here.
Easy goal. Wait, offside?
Video referee in progress. Let's see as the PSG fans. But Hakimi may recognize that.
And salute to the Inter fans for recognizing that Hakimi doesn't want to show it up to them, because we know the history. And you saw the fans just cheered him a while ago.
Yeah, man, I goal that, man. Yeah, the marker played the brother in. That goal that, man. Yeah, do a good goal, Junior.
Yep.
And the most importantly, he made the extra pass.
Yep.
Because some selfish ballers would have gone forward and tried to score from there. So Dwayne, he decided to make the extra pass. So PSG 1-0 ahead.
Yep. I have to big up that little bit of sportsmanship between fans and player.
Yes. Yes.
Hakimi played for Inter 1 year, and he didn't want to over celebrate.
Yes. Nothing but Ashraf Hakimi with a whole heap of respect for the Inter faithfuls.
And I love the camera catching the Inter faithful, clapping him and cheering him, giving him a round of applause for that.
Yeah, man. Yep. Inter fans. Junior, early one, 15 minutes in the ball game, 1-0 PSG. What does this mean for Inter Milan and Simeone Inzaghi now?
We've seen this before, and 2 minutes earlier, I said they're using the Barcelona game plan. And it's the same thing we saw at Barcelona.
Seems like we salt up Inter. But I will say this. All right, couple things. The Inter that we saw against down the stretch in the Scudetto against Parma, the team that led 2-1 into to extra time, or added time, or time on, and had a chance to take those monumental 3 points going into the final weekend to then almost secure the Scudetto again. They let that slip away, which was a bit strange to me for an Inter team to give up a goal that late. Knowing that, and I'm concerned, is that Inter that might show up here today against PSG?
It's a fair concern, but this is also the same Inter that came from behind twice against Barcelona.
Noticeably, though, that Barca team always play with the high line. And we always say with Barca, hey, if a team can catch them on the high line, then we'll eat.
PSG does as well.
No, but if you notice PSG, and so this is something, Marquinhos and is always dropping off.
Yeah.
Always dropping off. No, and then PSG has a better goalkeeper. Where the boy will keep goal for Barca there? Szczesny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean.
After reject.
Yeah,
right.
yes.
So it means that Szczesny go win Champions League before us.
He didn't win, Junior.
Oh, no, he never win. He win La Liga.
Yeah, but the man is a cigarette smoker who just enjoy himself and said, well, we're going to come out. The side I need a goalkeeper. We just burn some cigarette and go and keep goals anyway.
100% keep. Whole salad boy. Jesus, team.
Ooh.
The center back salad, your winger.
Yeah, but the man just run forward and just do it. Big up to all the family. This is Ball Shot. Watch along. Remember to smash the like button. Champions League Final. PSG looks like pretty calm here, Junior. Pretty calm. Of course, PSG was in the final with Thomas Tuchel's PSG, and Mbappe was in the final.
We've seen this story before with Inter.
But as for Inter now, they have to get Denzel Dumfries and DeMarco flying down that wing and those things. I mean, we know how Denzel Dumfries like to go forward and scored a couple goals. And, So a big test here for Nuno Mendes in his assessment as against Denzel Dumfries. So both players, right? DeMarco has to honor those runs from Achraf Hakimi. Make sure he communicates with his teammates and make sure that when Hakimi cuts inside, he tell him he's coming in. As cover with a shot over the goal.
High and wide.
So if you nullify the wide areas of Inter, what's the alternative, Junior?
If you nullify the wide area, then you're opening space for Mkhitaryan.
Inter fans looking a little concerned. Early one, Nuno Mendes injured. Pick up a knock there, family, like he's down. Holding his head.
When he got stepped in the side.
That was, we seen the replay of the goal. That was just easy though. Like, yo, like it's an easy goal.
Yep, and again, the wing back.
Mendes is fine. Lautaro Martinez and Marcus Thuram cannot get in the game. Still struggling to get in the football game.
We have seen this story before.
Early warm, as Junior said. PSG 1-0 ahead of Inter Milan. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Champions League Final. Nuno Mendes grimacing there. And you're right about, we have seen this goal. 2-0 PSG.
Well,
we have seen this story before. PSG making the extra passes, and it's this is a bit of a surprise here, family. Dway with the goal.
And he's doing the Mbappe celebration.
Yeah. DeMarco has a strange look like, what is going on here, people? Football family PSG look like them kick out. The man them come in and just kick down the door. A few Inter fans now wondering what in the world is going on.
But that ball is gone.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Video review and play.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Video VAR having a look.
That ball was out, it looked like.
Well, wouldn't the technology, I mean,
it's not goal line technology.
Yeah, man, a Champions League, them have fancy technology, Bridget. BM says Inter giving me Reggae Boys vibes. That's not good. 2-0 PSG leading Inter Milan. 22nd minute. Yo, family, this might be a bag up, you know.
I think there's more to this game.
And of course, what is going on?
And then light fire already.
Yeah, man, the flares are up. Now, when I say them time for the Capleton, burn them out. Corner kick to Inter Milan. And again, as we said, Junior, if Denzel Dumfries and DeMarco get nullified, what's the plan B for Coach Simeone Inzaghi?
Plan B would be set plays. And they just had a chance off the corner.
Well, if Inter finish second two, Inter will be the new Arsenal. Number 2. This will be the second Champions League runners-up medal would be for this Inter outfit.
And think about Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah, but the ball, I can always say, I left so this team can grow.
Yes, you know he won't say that.
I left so this team can grow. But yeah, I mean, clearly, if PSG goes on to win this, then Chairman Calafali and the entire PSG fan base will be saying, see, get away from here, buddy. As an Mbappe. So I guess better for all, right? Because Mbappe had a record year. Just never did well in the Champions League as the Royal Whites normally. And PSG Leading 2-0 in the Champions League Final.
Yeah, but Mbappe are not Messi. Remember everyone with Messi too, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, this is true. No, the only thing is that PSG can't lose this from here, you know, because this will be a record. If you go 2-0 up, you know, how do you manage a football game from here? Because I'm sure they themselves will be like, yo,
But if there's a team that is built to manage this lead, it is PSG. They would just pass. They would have passed the hell out the ball for the next 80 minutes. They have no problem doing that. I think they have no problem knocking it around. See? This is the ultimate time wasting right now.
Yeah.
But Inter is chasing shadows.
Inter Milan in a spot of bother here, family. Definitely big trouble in this football game.
You realize it was 3 PSG shirts around 5 yellow Inter shirts, and the man them knocked the ball about 4 times amongst themselves.
Yeah. Time for Henrik Mkhitaryan and Kalajou get on with it in that midfield. I mean, Inter Milan turning the football over, family. Junior, you have a question? Alawai Fish on Twitch. Big up. Alawai Fish says, what team do you guys support? Junior, go first.
Well, you know, that's a setup, but okay. My team is the Manchester United.
My team is the Southampton. We are around here. We're supporting Southampton at the moment.
Nothing wrong with that. But for this game, we all called Inter. We all said Inter was going to win.
Yes, we all thought Inter. This would be the moment Inter will win.
And this shows how much we know.
Shows you how much we know if this shot from outside the box, if from Fabian Ruiz. Now Inter's trying to go along with Denzel Dumfries and Barella.
There is joy for Inter to have down these flanks, you know.
Yeah, but where is Marcus Thuram? The ball getting in, but where's Thuram and Lautaro Martinez? Where are they?
Martinez almost had a bicycle attempt. Now the most obvious statement in the world, but it should still be said. The next goal is key.
Yes.
It is the most obvious statement in the world, but
next goal is key.
And the timing of the next goal, actually. Because if Inter can get a goal in the next 15 minutes, in the next 15 minutes, in the first half, if Inter can get a goal, they can come out the second half saying, we took your best punch. Now it's time for you to take ours.
Yeah, Inter growing into the game now. Barella offside there. And so now Inter is trying to exploit getting behind Hakimi or Nuno Mendes.
Yes, I said there's joy for them to have down the flanks because PSG is staying compact. They are staying that back four, when they are back there, they are staying compact close to the back two, to the front two of Inter. So you will get joy down the wings.
Marquinhos, we're seeing the replay of the goal. Marquinhos pointing to his head to his teammates and the bench. And Simeone Inzaghi, the opposite emotion, screaming in the touchline. So, people, remember to smash the like button. Remember to subscribe. This is Champions League Final. Inter Milan versus PSG. It's ball chat. Wherever you're watching us, remember to hit the subscribe button. Remember, if this is the content for you, hit the subscribe button. Make sure to smash the like button at least.
And as I said, Inter will find joy down these flanks. They're starting to penetrate, especially down the right side.
Yeah. I mean, it's early in the game, so if there's anything that is potentially okay, is that Inter have to recognize, like, look, I mean, you can't get any worse than this. You cannot have a worse start than this. Now it's anything but up from here.
That's why I say you took your best punch as Simeone Inzaghi has lost his jacket. I'm ready for work.
And he's screaming at the top of his lungs. Remember to smash the like button, family. Remember to subscribe to Ball Chat. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe wherever you're watching us. Ball is sent wide. Corner kick to Paris.
A big up to all those watching on I Am Jamaica right now. I Am Jamaica Facebook page doing very well.
Come on, big up, big up, big up. Position stat, 58% to PSG, 42% to Inter. Of course, 32nd minute in the ball game. Goals for Doué and Ashraf Hakimi for PSG. I'm surprised that Paco has been playing so looking so comfortably in this game. I mean, in the centre back position for PSG.
It's a wonder what will happen when you have Marquinhos beside him.
So why the same thing cannot happen to Brazil?
You saw what Carlos said, right?
Yeah, but the same thing still didn't happen with Brazil. And Brazil now get fixed up with him in a centre back position.
You heard what Carlos said. Brazil will play like his Real Madrid.
Well, that's not good. Real Madrid just got eliminated from Champions League.
if using that comparison, Brazil wouldn't even be in conference champions.
I mean, I'm happy Carlos is there. I did like his answer for the first one of the questions. Why is Endrick not in the squad, or why didn't you call Endrick? Man just said blunt, he's not playing for his club. Come on, time to cut out the foolishness.
Yep. I think that's the key. That's the key right there. People said Carlo is bad mind in Endrick, but why is Endrick guaranteed to play for Brazil national team?
Yeah, I mean, why? Who RDing this kid as we have a corner kick for Paris, second corner kick? I mean, so I don't know. I thought we saw him in the Copa America last year, Endrick that is, and I mean, come on, man. I think if Endrick is getting ball game, then Estevio need to get ball game too. So, come on. Time to cut out the foolishness. And maybe Endrick agent is a powerful person down in Brazil.
Arm wife.
This is true. And it's not like some of the man roll out on the field, he has done anything significant. In the Copa America. I mean, yes, he did a couple of things here or there in the Madrid shirt, but it didn't get him more playing time. So,
more to see on that. But he has time. Just continue developing you. That's all I'm
man, definitely have a lot of time. Still 2-0 family. PSG leading Inter with a goal kick, getting ready to restart play. Inter passing around with Bastoni at the back.
BM says Hendrick, aka Brazilian Whisper, is ordained by the Brazilian media to be the next big star.
Henrik Mkhitaryan, finally we say his name.
One sec, be right back.
Alright, family. We have a throw in to PSG. "36 minutes into the football game. Inter Milan definitely looks like they're I don't know if it's struggling to get in on this PSG defense. PSG definitely doing well. Fabian Ruiz definitely putting a shift in that midfield. Vitinha is also putting a shift in. A very good start for Luis Enrique's team. 2-0 in the 36th minute. No, I don't know if many people had this one on their bingo card. Ousmane Dembele also showing up to help out his teammates, getting back to help. Hopefully everyone is doing well, enjoying their Saturday. Well, whatever you're doing out there, be safe. Make sure you have some fun, enjoying yourself out there in them streets. You know. Corner kick to Inter Milan. Second corner for Inter of the game. PSG also has 2 corners. And again, Paco has been very good in that centre-back position. He's doing it, he's holding his own. The corner kick amounts to nothing as PSG now with a goal kick. Inter still are trying to figure out a way to get behind this PSG winger, PSG fullbacks. It's a good header still from Marcus Thuram as I'm watching the replay. Probably should have done better. Probably should have gotten it on target. Yeah. Definitely a good try.
The defender kind of bodied him good still.
Yeah. We have PSG player down.
A Paco or Nuno Mendes?
Look like a Paco down. Oh no, Mendes down again. Of course, he picked up a knock earlier. So PSG may have to go to the bench, you know, if Nuno Mendes cannot continue. BM says, I remember last year when I mentioned Hendrick and Whisper in the same sentence, June already really cost me. You see why I made the comparison now? But come on, BM. I mean, yeah, Hendrick now play for Brazil, but Brazil a big side. I mean, if Whisper was relatively healthy and play ball, he would have probably have played for Jamaica.
Well.
And also Whisper, I mean, Hendrick flourished in the Brazilian league down there. Now, the problem is that Hendrick go to Madrid and thinks he's a star. So maybe Junior won't cuss you again.
I see the parallels though. It's parallel, but on different levels. But there are parallels there because Hendrick kind of got elevated too quickly. And I think that's what he's saying with Whisper.
Yeah.
And I do agree.
And so it's BM says with the overhyping. I mean, so the question I have is, do you think Hendrick is overhyped? I definitely say PSG. PSG's goalkeeper quickly out there. They're Inter now with possession again. Bastoni trying to get Inter's attack going. So you think that Hendrick is overhyped?
Yes, sir.
So I'm trying to see here. I think in another club Hendrick plays. It's just Real Madrid. You're at a club where they just signed Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, Rodri. You're not gonna displace none of those players.
And we said it at the time. We said it when the signing was announced. Why? Why Real Madrid?
No, man, not Real Madrid, a big side. Maybe he needs to go on loan. And I think there was a discussion there was a loan discussion, but I think his people and him, they turned it down because, I mean, he felt like he could start, or he should be playing at Real Madrid. If the report I saw was accurate.
But that's the thing. So, Hendrick is not fast. He's not big. He's not strong. Him have a shot on him. He will shoot freely. But he's not super skillful. There's nothing that Hendrick does that is above norm, other than he's a very good football player for his age. If Hendrick was 25, he wouldn't be at Real Madrid right now. Real Madrid did not transfer in a player because of what he can do now. They transfer in the player for what he can grow into be. They bought potential. They didn't buy results, right? So he thinks he's coming in on results, and I think that's the problem. And that's why I said, why Real Madrid at the time? And that was a question I asked. Not everybody is going to be Robinho. And I think Robinho is actually a good example. We really think about it. Robinho was also very hyped in Brazil, went to Real Madrid, right? Arguably a little bit too early. Left for Man City, and the rest is history. Right?
And he thought he was going to the other Manchester.
Yeah, but he didn't know. But
close one there, Jan Summer. Yeah. Go ahead, Judah.
With Robinho had stellar skill or footwork that got him into Real Madrid team and got him to play some games. Hendrick has none of that. None. So for me, Hendrick should have went the Mascherano and Tevez route. You have good potential, but there's nothing about you right now that says, yo, big club. Right? Remember Mascherano and Tevez? They both went to Aston Villa, met them name, and then matured and went to the big club. Was it Aston Villa or West Ham?
West Ham. I think Tevez was at West Ham.
Both of them, Tevez and Mascherano.
Yeah. I think it was West Ham.
West Ham. So they both matured, got to the big club level, and then went to them individual big clubs, and the rest is history. That is what Hendrick should have done. Real Madrid would still be there. You don't have to go no because you have the hype. Go and go earn the hype, man.
Still waiting for Inter Milan to get going here, family. Inter Milan down 2-0. PSG ahead 2-0. Very, very impressive first half from PSG. They're doing what they want to do. Actually, it should have been 3-0. Yeah, what a brother.
Well, then better miss that.
How it should have been 3-0. Alawa says he barely plays for his club, plays for Madrid, so it's hard to say. Yep. He doesn't play that much as in Hendrick, so he should not. And I think the point that BM made here is important. Is that remember when we watched Copa America last year, Hendrick was almost non-existent on the field, and that is the puzzling part for me. Because a player who have a lot of hype and did what he the accomplishments in the with Palmeiras, he should have been better in the Copa America, bro. Should have been better in the Copa America, and there was nothing, absolutely nothing from him in the Copa America, which is just yeah.
So what I'd show you right now is that probably Palmeiras was a fluke.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Or
I hope he's not another baby.
I'll give you one better. You remember I don't let me not say Gonzo.
Yeah, the Brazilian Gonzo, yeah.
I was going to say Alex, but there's an Alex that died, and that's not the Alex I'm talking about.
Now there was an Alex on the U20 team with Ronaldinho.
Yes.
No, I actually thought that Alex was the best player on that U20 team.
Or was it? That's the one that died, right?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't checked.
I think that Alex died. There's two Alex. There's one for with Ronaldinho. There's also one that came out with Kaka, and he was the captain of the Kaka team.
The one that played with Ronaldinho was in the midfield role, and that guy was just art in. It was just poetry in motion. I mean, the level of skills and the ability to touch the pass, the range at U20. I was like, yo, this next general, and of course, nothing, absolutely nothing.
Oh no, careful! I think that's the one that died.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Rest in peace, family. Well, either one. Rest in power, family. No, because both. BM says, I remember when Robinho said he thought he was going to Manchester United. He was a wizard with the ball. PSG still leading Inter Milan 2-0. And Champions League final. I mean, Luis Enrique, if this result holds, and this entire PSG organization, all the fans all over the world, this would be a job done for the ownership group. Third corner for PSG, for the ownership group, they who've invested heavily in this team to finally see the fruits of those investments coming to bear.
Yeah. And all it needed was a coach with kahunas.
Yeah. And look at Cava. I mean, look at Cava. Cava left Napoli when Antonio Conte joined and said, all right, I'm moving on. And here he is in the Champions League final, almost 1 foot, 1 hand on the trophy.
Why, this look like 2 hands now as we're approaching halftime.
Halftime. 2-0 at the half, family. Wow, okay. This is
Yo.
This is a bit unexpected.
It's gonna be an anticlimactic finish.
Yeah, this is a bit unexpected. I think the Inter Milan players still they're looking at each other like, and they have this expression, DeMarco, we just saw DeMarco, they're walking off like, okay, what is going on here? No, Inter Milan actually dressed in gold outfit coming in for this game. Meaning, and when asked about selecting this, they said, yo, you have to dress where you believe, as in dress for the moment. You believe you're going to win, so you have to dress for that, you know?
Yep.
And not so much so far. Juna, talk to me about the first half and your quick takeaways, your thoughts on this first half.
Yo, it's just one of those It's one of those games that is just unexpected. It's an unexpected result. We all picked Inter Milan coming in. You did call it though. You did say at the start which Inter Milan is going to show up, and the Inter Milan that we saw down in the stretch run of the Scudetto, that basically, I wouldn't say give it up because Napoli deserved the trophy, but got themselves out of the running for the Scudetto. That team that we saw, and that team never showed up in Champions League. And we were like, well, my argument was maybe they are prepared now to try for win Champions League, and Champions League is the focus and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, no. That Inter is showing up now. That is the end all be all right
now. What sort of solutions, if any? Well, there must be a solution here for Simeone Inzaghi and this. What does he do now to try to right the ship? Second Champions League final. The first one was closer. PSG just having free space down those wings. What does Simeone Inzaghi do here?
Why it's a question now, because when you're coaching as a coach, a lot of mistakes that are made for coaches is overcoaching, right? And your assistant coaches that are there, because you coming into a game, especially when you have a long season, you have a question. The first question you have to ask is, do I go with what got me here, or in my dreams leading up to this game? I have played this game so many times in my head. This is a tweak that I wanted to make. This is a tweak that I wanted. This is a tweak. Should I make that tweak? Is it too crazy? Should I do this? Should I do that? Coaches have to guard themselves against that. And it's even worse now when you're down 2-0 at the half, and now instead of all your weeks leading up to the game, you have 15 minutes to make that decision. It's a hard thing, because common sense will tell you that you cannot think the next 45 minutes will go different if you don't change anything. That's common sense, right? You flip the statement and say, the definition of insanity is looking at what happened the last 45 minutes and think that they're going to come out in the second half without making a change and think it's going to change, right? Without influencing the game by making some adjustment, I think it's going to change. However, you can go and try to make an adjustment, and instead of getting 2-0, you get about 5 in the second half. So it's a tough thing. It's a really tough thing, and every situation is different. If I was Inzaghi, I wouldn't change a thing. I would require more focus from the players. And I think PSG is just a little bit more focused going forward, while Inter is not. I think Inter seems to be a step behind. And I think that difference is in focus.
Yeah, it's a bit strange, and this is why I asked you about the nerves, the anxiety, the stress of this Inter cohort, this group that have been to a final. You know, on one hand, one would say probably you have already been to a final already, so that final experience hopefully can then engulf you, motivate you to say, all right, we're not frightened for this. But also on the flip side, it almost seems like this Inter team is petrified because of the previous experience, but the energy, the level of work, the level of, getting into those tackles that you would normally see from Inter. Now, granted, you have to catch up with these fast PSG players, but Inter just looks like they're still in the locker room. And it's a testament, yes, to what PSG is doing. But the ease at which those goals were scored, the ease at which the first goal, where Doué made that pull off to the right of the defender. I mean, you can, and now, granted, the line probably should have moved up, and DeMarco was the one who made the error.
That's the key. That
Yeah,
right
but
there.
but DeMarco, a big man, I'm so some of them mistake now.
Yeah, DeMarco, both goals, DeMarco. I think DeMarco seems scared of the way.
Of course, Chris, going through some comments on other spaces. Chris Sutton on BBC says, "Who needs Mbappe when you have Doué?" See, yo, we don't know five put against one another. The youth, them are ballers. He says, Chris Sutton says there was that call before the game whether it would be Doué or Bacola. Luis Enrique got the call, right? This has been an absolute mauling. At this moment in time, it looks like the Champions League is going to Paris. Speaking to the BBC, or just on BBC platform, some comments. Kay in Wales says, I hope every club has taken notice of PSG, not just for the football they have played this season, but how they have moved on players with whose egos are out of control. All right. I know this is part of the narrative, but those players whose egos were out of control are also part of the process of PSG getting to where PSG are. The fact that PSG demonstrated that they could attract those big name players means that they could attract the other players to develop them. So it's the sauce is, yes, the big name players, the egos didn't get you what they want, but I also feel like those big name players serve their purpose for this club. They didn't win the big years trophy, the Champions League, but is that attraction? Rewind the clock. 15 years ago, who I go PSG, brother? Or 20 years ago, who I go there? Keith Kelly, big up yourself, baller. Who do I go PSG?
Well, right now what you're doing right now, you're just making the Mbappe faithful feel okay with that statement, but in reality, they won't be okay with that statement. They won't feel. They don't want any participation trophy. That's basically what you're saying right now. They get a participation trophy.
Those stars, the Mbappe, the Messis, and the Neymars of the world, they prove that, if you can attract the big names, you can lure the other talent. One thing we have seen with PSG, they have deep, deep talent. And we see another team with big money in London, in Chelsea, who has stock talent. But they won Conference League and they've qualified for Champions League. So, but it's one thing to stock talent, but it's also to have the right talent
and the right coach.
Coach.
It's a combination of all. You can't. At this level, you can't have talent with no coach and still survive. You can't have coach and no talent and still survive. You can't have direction or leadership, because PSG, remember for years, their leadership. Remember Leonardo had his time.
Yes, Brazilian Leonardo was the president. Yeah, director of football or whatever I want. Yeah, was the title.
It was good. The coaching was okay, but up the front office had their little missteps. Right now, the front office, the coaching, and the team seems to be walking in lockstep.
Yeah.
However, don't forget, this is still PSG. This is still the team that dropped the ball a couple moments, and it would be the most PSG-like thing to give up the 2-0 lead in the first 10 minutes of the second half. It would be the most PSG-like event.
Oh, there will be opportunities. And so now it's going to be the important thing is that how does PSG handle this lead 70 minutes in, 60 minutes in? Because as they get closer to that seam outer reach goal for the longest, that's where the baggy star get nervous now. You know, that's when the real now, and we saw against Aston Villa how Aston Villa peppered them down the stretch, right? So there will be opportunities there, but you know, Lucho Enriquez and his staff, they've weathered other storm, but you know, I mean, this team looks like it's this their year. If they go on to win this, it will be the second French team to win the Big Years Trophy, joining Marseille. Marseille, the only other French team to win the Big Years Trophy. That very, very impressive French Marseille team. So, a lot of football left, though. A lot of football left.
Lot of football left because it is only PSG. Until them prove us wrong. And we just have to wait until them finish. I mean, that's me right now, because PSG has shown the propensity to throw away opportunities.
Of course, Inter Milan last Champions League title was with the special one.
Yep, Jose.
With Jose. Now, wait, how many, is it their only Champions League title, is it?
Nah. Inter must have won Champions League.
We're about to look it up right now. I'm checking. Can't really remember if they won any other Champions League titles. Yep, UEFA Champions League.
Oh no, I will consider that. They've only won one. They won 64 and 65. I don't count that.
Yeah, man, they won. That legitimate sitting there, man.
Was it that Champions Cup at that time?
Yes, it was the European Cup, the UEFA. Yes, it was the European Cup, and yeah. So they won in 63, 60. Yeah, those, I mean. So Jose's team was the won it after many years, many years.
Jose brought them out of the shadow of AC Milan.
Yes, and Jose still needs to thank Pep Guardiola for that trophy.
Yeah, because the dumbest basically trade in football history.
Yeah, one of the most idiotic transfers or switch of players you would ever find. I mean, Samuel Eto'o to Inter and Zlatan to Barca.
Yeah.
That's a brother, kind of foolishness. Yeah. So, keys for you for the second half. Football family, watch along Champions League Final. Players are in the tunnel. PSG only have 45 minutes plus some added time to take this Big Years Trophy. Junior, Inter has 45 minutes plus some added time to get their A into the ball game.
So, if I am Luis Enrique, I'm looking at PSG, I'm looking at my team and say, look, this isn't luck why we're up 2-0. This isn't happenstance. Is that Barcelona, prime Barcelona coming out second half? Will belong in this lead. Let's go out there and play. If we show in 45 minutes that we are 2-0 better than this team, I can give them 1,000 minutes. They are not going to overcome the two goal deficit. So it doesn't matter how much time left. Don't worry about the time. Let's go out there and play some football.
Yeah, don't watch the clock. Just play ball. Keep playing, keep getting the tackles. And this may be it. This may be it. We've always said over the years, if not no, PSG win. So maybe this is PSG's turn. They've been knocking on the door. They've been to one final. This Inter Milan team also went to a final and didn't take it. No, big. This is it for all the marbles.
Yep.
Henrik Mkhitaryan has to get going. Kalajou has to get going. PSG's Vitinha Fabian Ruiz in that midfield and Neves has been outstanding.
Are the same referee that?
Huh?
Why the referee look different?
Yeah. Throw into Inter. People, smash the like button, subscribe if this is the content for your ball chat. Watch along. This is watch along season for the new subscribers. We do watch along this time of year as club football and the major leagues wraps up. Wrap up. So it's all about watch along now. Mainly reggae boys, Jamaican football watch along. African Cup of Nations watch along in the December, since the African Cup of Nations is moved. They moved it to the winter again. We don't care about no FIFA Club World Cup round here.
Nah.
And another, what going on around here? What going on? Another attack from PSG. It seems like PSG just picked up where they left off.
So maybe Inzaghi is giving his team 10 minutes in the second half to do something before they make a change.
Why do some managers do that? Why give them 10 minutes? Just say 45 minutes. What 10 minutes going to give you?
There is something to competition and competitiveness and that gladiator moment where a player go out and play out his mind. You don't want to. All right, actually, let me put it this way. You're giving your halftime speech 10 minutes to resonate.
Or, go ahead.
Yeah. No, because if you give such a riveting halftime speech, why can't you trust the players that you started with, that you trusted to start the game? Why can't you trust that your halftime speech can work on them?
Well, they did get a start the game speech, and that didn't work.
Yes, you give them a second chance.
But it also could mean you're eating 10 minutes into the impact players' time by giving these players additional 10 minutes.
That's true.
Because, I can't really remember any sort of significant, other than that Thuram header from that corner kick. I don't remember anything that really stood out for me with Inter in the first half, as in Donnarumma have to make any big changes. No, Donnarumma roll ball all over the place and waste time.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Inter fans, them look like them genuinely see that. Inter fans right now have this expression like them say, we dead. We have to ride the plane or whatever, go back to Italy in misery in a night.
Well, 3 minutes into the second half, 4 minutes. Simeone change.
No, man, this is... Woo. Big up to PSG.
Marquinhos seems like he's tracking as Inter get a corner, but Marquinhos seems like he's tracking Lautaro Martinez anywhere he goes.
Yeah. 3-3 is the start. 3-3 is 3 apiece regarding corner kicks. And just looking at the Inter bench, I don't even know where you go to. You go to Taremi. You can't go to Arnautovic. Where do you turn? Fratesi came on and scored. Aslani, has been up and down. Where do you turn? And if you look at PSG bench, Luis Enrique has Lucas Hernandez, Kanyan Lee, Barcola, who some of us thought would have started, Zaire Emery. Okay. Goal kick to Inter. 58 minutes in the ball game and still looking for a first golden opportunity for this Inter outfit.
PSG should have scored. That's 3 goals I've seen PSG should have scored now.
Yeah. Cover a little bit. He had more time with that one. Rushed it. I mean, will that opportunity or others come back to bite PSG? That's the question.
That's where I'm heading with it. Exactly where I'm heading with it.
But all right, so case in point, look at that attack. Denzel Dumfries tried to go down outside on Nuno Mendes, and Mendes just body him and push him out. And so that's kind of been a testament to what going on or what has occurred in this ball game. It's like DeMarco and Nuno Mendes and Denzel Dumfries cannot just run riot down those wide areas.
And like you said, it's like the game not start yet for them. It's like they were still in the locker room.
Yo, and Inter Milan still trying to get going. Still trying to get going. They must think they're Barca, they must wait for the Barca team show up.
Yeah, PSG is doing something right to the press. That PSG press is effective.
By the way, do you remember anything about the other team that won the Champions League, Marseille? What? Do you remember any players? I need to look up that Marseille team that won the Champions League. Is that Abide Pele?
Pele wasn't on that team.
Going down memory lane and looking up that 92-93 Marseille won. The only other French team they defeated AC Milan in the final 1-0.
So Fabian Barthez was in goal. And that's why he went to Manu.
Okay.
But remember that.
Rotted team though, they have Desai.
Yeah.
Deschamps was the captain.
For Chelsea, Desai.
Yeah. Is that the real Ayo? Not the copycat sons?
What is it? Swazi, Marshall Desai, Eddie Ali, Alan Bakskic. They had Bakskic on the team. Rudy Valla. Yeah, Abide Pele was there.
Yeah.
The Shams.
Yeah, Abide Pele. That was the real one. The real Ayo, not the copycat sons them. Abide Pele is somebody who's not really talked about a lot. At least we don't talk about him a lot. I mean, Abide Pele was a baller.
Yeah. Yeah.
An absolute baller. Yo, for all the young generation, youngsters watching ball chat, go and look up Abide Pele.
Like Donnarumma is hurt.
Donnarumma is hurt.
Clash with Marquinhos. Inter score in the next 10 minutes. This could get interesting.
Yeah, but I don't even know if Inter going to score, Junior. I don't see Inter. So now you're at the 10 minutes mark with the 10 minutes of giving grace, right? Because now you're in the 55th minute.
I'm making a sub right now. What do you have to lose with Arnautovic?
PS.
But you're already down 2-0. You need a change of pace.
Well, you go you go from mid slow to extremely slow. And I mean, so Inter are taking some shots, but the shots them also off target. So I mean, of course you have to shoot to score, but it's just PSG is definitely closing in, not giving them any free sight at goal. So PSG did their homework.
Yeah.
Lucho Enriquez did his homework. As we have a yellow card to Inter.
And Mkhitaryan has been non-existent as well. I would take out Mkhitaryan and put Arnautovic in.
Yeah, man, PSG gone with this, man. I think the writing is on the wall. Zelewski received the yellow there for Inter. PSG gone with this.
We have seen this movie before.
No, it's a different actors here. Football Family Champions League Final. Farmers League no more.
Yeah. And I'll be happy for them when they win.
Yes. And I mean, for the competition now, there will be those who say that they hate PSG because of the money. I mean, of course, PSG is just like that Man City team that has spent an enormous amount of money. There is the debate or the issues by some about being owned by the state, allegedly. I mean, the Qatari is a Qatari powerhouse that owns PSG. But at the end of the day, you still have to win football games, regardless of how much money you invest. And Simeone Inzaghi now is getting his yellow card. And now, what to Inzaghi? What to him?
When we talk about 10, I don't know what a 10 is. Is it 10 fouls and no yellow card, maybe?
So man says, see one year, you can hold one under your clap.
And you know, sometimes, just like in basketball, when the coach gets a technical foul, the team normally get a rise, right? So as them take off my boy there.
Yeah, man, a long time the marker come off, I feel. I mean, the marker look like him have woman problems. He look like him have some woman problem, I go. Because the man doesn't like him come to play ball today. His mind is somewhere else.
Darmian play for them, right?
Yeah, Darmian is also on the bench.
You should have put on Darmian.
Inter fans looking very stressed. PSG fans, on the other hand, loving it. They're celebrating, singing.
Is that different form of stress?
2-0 Inter Milan trails.
Marquinhos is man marking Latour. Anywhere Latour goes, that's a change. That it looks like PSG is playing man to man straight across the board, which they did against Aston Villa.
Well, but he also saying that my man to man can outperform yours.
Yeah.
Inter Bisek is down injured. BM says Inzaghi coach like how he played, very animated. This is the bad Inzaghi.
Yeah, that's a bad one. I don't FIFA. Hey, this Inzaghi wishing brother was on the team.
Yeah, this is the need a people magical moment. Ooh, Bisek there. Ooh.
Yeah, they're like something with his hamstring arm tied.
Yeah. Bisek is down injured. I don't see a way back here for PSG for Inter.
We have seen this story.
I'm gonna have to eat those words. I will eat those words later on. But PSG looks very, very good as Inter brass gets other subs ready. Now, if PSG drop the soap or AK lose from here, this even worse in their history.
Yeah. And only because the amount of like that chance them just get, the amount of chances that they get in this game to put this to bed. They should have put this to bed already.
Yeah, should have put this game out and should have probably be up 3-4, 0-0 now.
Yeah. And you know, as bad as Inter is playing, they can give you a 5-minute stretch of just glorious football.
Now, you said something, and I think it was a midweek when we were doing our preview. I think it was the last Ball Chat episode. We talk about Champions League, and you said something. I want to highlight it. You said that those high players for PSG, Ashraf Hakimi and Nuno Mendes, we have to be careful. You really highlighted those players, how dangerous they can be with goal scoring threat. Whereas I was looking at the Denzel Dumfries and DeMarco threat with more sort of, make a turn, come on, 5 here.
I would have put on Arnautovic, but I like this change, so.
No, man, you go from extra molasses to molasses.
And the question I asked earlier, why is Darmian not playing? So Darmian coming on now. Even though that's for injury purposes. But.
Yeah, Bisek is done. Subs for Inter. Good luck, Bala. Look like he hyperextended his. Alright, so where's Lautaro Martinez then? Where is the captain? Where's the baller who I try to win Ballon d'Or?
You know where Lautaro Martinez is?
Am I looking for Messi?
Beside Marquinhos. If you want, because they're
Whoa, tree that! Pack it up!
Done.
I mean, it's just PSG, pack it up, tree that. 3-3-3-3 3-0.
Doe is killing them.
Usman Dembele. Getting a yellow card. I will get yellow card.
Doe. Take off his shirt.
Yeah. 3-0. Wow, this is just night and day between these two teams. Inter don't have no answer. Look how Inter all players are breathing so hard, brother. The man them are breathe like a came on a spark.
They're not ready for the man.
The man them tired.
They're not ready for the man-to-man. PSG come out and say, we're going to play man-to-man.
Yeah, the man them tired, brother.
Yeah.
Usman Dembele with a cheeky pass to Vitinha. Vitinha drove hard at that defense and put it on a plate for Dwede. Casey Palmer. Where camera there? Casey Palmer, if you watch Champions, this is how you pass ball to players in attack. This is what a midfielder should do. Pass the ball, running in stride. Man can't break, him just tapping the ball. That is how you pass ball as a midfielder, Casey Palmer. And Ravel, you're not supposed to get no game, so.
Why are we talking about Casey Palmer?
Man, because I can't believe the man have a simple pass earlier, the man do stupidness, brother. And then him bad tackle the baller, Samuel Chukwueze. BM says this PSG team looks like prime Barca with Messi, Xavi, and Iniesta. All right, calm down.
Yeah. Go down.
That's blasphemy now.
But they are a prime PSG team.
They are prime PSG. They are prime PSG. Calm down. Don't mention the big side with them team, you know. The PSG team look like a prime Manchester United team that won the Champions League.
Relax, man. Relax. I'm happy for Enrique though. Enrique.
Yes. All the PSG, calling all the PSG fans. I'm going to say which part of them. The football family, remember to smash the like button. My sons are texting me. They're watching. They're supporting PSG. And my sons, they had PSG winning this game. Man, them no ball game more than me. Because all the ball game is long I watch.
Jaja. So I put on Barcola. Why?
Even more. Why not?
But I guess it's a yellow card.
Even more. Why not? The way he had an assist. Now Inter Milan. Yeah, man. Is this a treble for PSG? Did they win the French Cup also?
Yeah, I think so.
Make sure. So it's a can't call the man in Farmers League no more, brother. And by the way, some of us are quick to point out Mbappe and Neymar stint. But this is the same team that had Edson Cavani, what the Brazilian big captain name?
Brazilian big Neymar?
No, not Neymar, man. That went to Thiago Silva.
Thiago Silva, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so Luis Enrique deserves all the credit. Of course, we know Luis Enrique. I mean, the struggles that he went through with his family, and it couldn't happen for a nicer guy. I mean, we know about, his daughter passing, and he carries that memory with him everywhere. So I think in the context of things, I love it for this coach, for these players. Ousmane Dembele turned big man and actually has found his kingdom. Imagine this. Neymar left Barcelona to find his kingdom. And he went to PSG to take them to the promised land. And it didn't happen. But here comes Ousmane Dembele doing it.
So Neymar went to find his kingdom and found the hospital. Dembele left, forgot his PlayStation at home, and now he's about to be a Champions League winner. And probably a Ballon d'Or winner. Maybe.
So now the Ballon d'Or conversation. So is it Dembele?
I don't know.
I'd rather give to Marquinhos.
But odds on, I think not odds on. I think the crowd favorite. Oh, that should have been 4.
Yeah, man, come on. That's 6. Inter Milan forgets 6. This is the most one-sided Champions League final I've seen in years.
Yeah.
Barcola should have scored there.
But
BM says PSG finished. Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Yamal is everybody's favorite. I think Yamal is the one everybody going to call now, but I can't see them giving it to that young of a baller.
No, I can't. I don't think Lamine Yamal can get the. And my main thing is that yes, impactful player, but still, Inter Milan beat them. They won champion, won La Liga. Okay, fine, great. But you're not the best team in Europe. And I think the best player should be on the best team in Europe. Best team. Now, I don't know. I mean, cover?
Nah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And plus, I don't want to give that Lamine Yamal the Ballon d'Or. I think Lamine Yamal is an excellent player, but a young youth, the hype, calm down. There's some of the hype where the Bellingham celebration where I look up to the sky like you're Jesus, the Jesus statue from Rio. I don't need that from Lamine Yamal. Come on, calm down. You're playing great. Calm the hell down. Plus sometimes you need to pass the ball. Definitely not a Ballon d'Or for me.
So it's a tough decision then.
Yeah, I mean,
Salah had a great season too.
Another thing, I don't know, Reggie. I don't know. I don't know, because if I say Salah, then it's probably the same reason, right? They're not the best team in Europe.
Right.
In fact, this PSG team eliminated them. So, I don't know. I mean, I would just give it to Marquinhos for his leadership. For that! Boom! Yo, I 6 them I get. What up is a cut ass? Yo! 4-0.
Yo, I said the way Luis Enrique coached them, they are ruthless. They're not watching
They're not stop scoring from now till next year.
They're not stopping.
Call off the dogs, Lucho. Call off the dogs.
He called off the dog.
Call off the dogs.
He did. He took off the killer for the first half.
Well, VAR is reviewing.
There's nothing to review.
Yo, call off the dogs. 4-0, brother. Might as well Inter Milan didn't make Barca go on.
Forget this. You're mad. If Inter cannot stop PSG from scoring, you think Barca with that high line?
Barca wouldn't stop them from scoring, but Barca would at least score 1 or 2.
Nah.
Come on. 4-0, Junior. From our Champions League Final, when I last time we see a score like this? And we have to go all the way back. We need to look at Champions League Finals over the years.
It's done. It's over. Why the Inter fans them? That guy look like him thinking about all the money he spent.
Yo, I might as well the Inter fans them hit the exit. Yo, time for the leave. Go on in the yard.
So you go.
But first Champions League final. No, Junior, I'm looking back at Real Madrid 4-1 over Juventus 2016-2017.
What about the Real Madrid Liverpool? The Carriers. How much Liverpool they lose by?
Liverpool Real Madrid. Let's see. Liverpool Real Madrid.
The Carriers game.
You see. 1-0.
Nah. Nah. Karius gave up that goal. I think that goal made it 2-0. Remember, you remember the Karius goal?
I'm looking at the UEFA finals here. Finals 2023-2024. Real Madrid 2-0 over Dortmund. 2022-2023. Man City 1-0 over Inter. 2021-2022. Real Madrid 1-0 over Liverpool. 2020-2021. Chelsea 1-0 over City. 19-20. Bayern 1-0 over PSG. 18-19 season, Liverpool 2-0 over Spurs. 17-18, Real Madrid 3-1 over Liverpool. So that was the Karius game.
That was the Karius game, yeah.
Yeah, that was the 17-18 game. 16-17, Real Madrid 4-1 over Juve. 15-16, that 5-3 Inter over Atleti. On penalties.
Yo, what Inter fan a ball. A beer bugu eye water.
Why don't breathe in my Inter Milan tonight? There'll be no children from this production. 5 years from now. Maybe the worst we have seen is the 93-94. BM brought it up. Milan over Barca. I wasn't gonna bring that one up, but that was just a ruthless Milan team.
That big side.
The 93-94 AC Milan team. Yep, PSG will be the first French team since that Abide Pele Marseille to win it. That is. Beating and teaching, family. Beating and teaching. This is a lesson. This is an absolute lesson. A lot of us on Ball Chat wax lyrically about how when Inter plays and how they push up these wide players. But it's so simple. You nullify those wide players. Where's the plan B?
Yep.
Because everyone, I would suspect Inzaghi felt like they would target those wide areas. So how I guess unless he thought that his wide players were gonna win anyway.
Is this a curtain call for Nuno Mendes?
Yeah.
Cause right now his transfer fee gone up.
Yeah, so where is he heading, Junior?
Real Madrid. PSG definitely dominant, best team across the continent. It's 4-0, probably should be 6 or 7. And look at this. Look at Keva running back, displacing Denzel Dumfries, getting a foul. I mean, outwork. Yo, it's when things are good for you. First of all, Denzel Dumfries, as a man with the African gene, is supposed to make Keva outrun him. And then second of all, the man outrun you, and then not only him outrun him, come body up and take out the ball. I think Inter Milan leadership is like, yo, come, make we just, we pack up with things and go home, yeah. Yes, BM says they also won against an Italian team, as in the 93 Marseille. That Abide Pele's 93 Marseille team. They did defeat that big bad AC Milan team. Yeah, man. I mean, PSG, best team all year. Best team all year. Big up to Fabian.
Who called it? Fabian said we have to watch out for that PSG team. He's a big fan of Vitinha in that midfield. And, yo, I guess PSG has arrived, Junior.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, I think they are ahead of schedule. I don't think this is I don't think Luis Enrique's vision has been realized as yet at PSG, which is a scary statement.
Yeah, but how do you even top this? How do you even top this?
It's not right now. It's not about topping it. It's about maintaining it, and they are built to maintain it because Dembele is not a 9. Dembele is a winger. They need a number 9.
Weird. Yo. And goal youth. The man them just a tie with the man them. Yeah. What Barcola do?
How you missed that? Jesus.
Yo, yo, Pravad. Waterly, come, doctor, get Pravad some help there. Yo, but you know, while I'm watching this game, the funny thing that popped in my head. When Arsenal play PSG, Mikel Arteta said them are the best team out of the competition. Yo, come like, right now we need to take out a belt and beat. Yeah, man, sometimes in our life we say and do things as people, and we look back as individuals and we say, yo, what were we saying? What were we doing? What kind of foolishness?
That's an emotional state. Oh, look at the body. We're gonna back up win. Kava is having a whale of a game.
Yeah, BM said it's like men against boys. But not only are they winning, it's beating and teaching. The man them out here are showboat. No.
The Luis Enrique way, boy.
And to put on a player like Lucas Hernandez, not Lucas Enriquez, Lucas Hernandez. I mean, it shows the depth, the Barcola, the depth. You have Zaire Emery that is still on the bench. No, sir. Blow it up, Mr. Ref. Do like the African ref who decides, I'm just like a blow it up 88 minutes in. Man say, I've seen enough, brethren. We don't need to play this out. Watcha?
Barcola wants a goal.
Yeah, he wants a goal. He wants a goal. He wants a goal.
I've given that to Dembele.
Zaire Emery coming on. By the way, big up, Keva. Junior, Keva Sclera left Napoli, champions of Italy.
Got a medal.
And now look at him.
You know he got a medal for Napoli.
Yeah. It's just... it's crazy. It's crazy. João Neves off. I mean, Mayulu on. I mean, it's just... Luis Enrique is just giving the kids a run right now. They look a pitney them some run. Yo, Marcus Thuram and Lautaro Martinez, come hold a seat. Come, no, I done, Papa, come. Where is Simeone Inzaghi? We can't see him. Football Family Champions League, watch along. Remember to smash the like button. Remember to subscribe, family, subscribe. We saw Reggae Boys versus the Super Eagle earlier in the Unity Cup. Big up to Super Eagle, defeated the Reggae Boys on penalty 5-4. We have another watch along next week. Well, wait, we have 2 watch alongs coming up this week. We have the Reggae Girls on June 3rd versus Team USA. And we also have the Reggae Boys on Saturday versus British Virgin Islands. June 7th at 3 p.m. All right. Who was it? Who said it? Was it Alex Ferguson who said that? What was he saying? He said about teenagers. There's no age in football. If you can play, you play, or something to that effect.
Yeah.
And here, PSG rolling out some teenagers, and I'm sitting here like, wait, yo, 5, brap, brap. Yo, this is a record. 5-0. Video referee, everything VAR review. Easy off. Jan Sommer couldn't hold it, you know. The man say, yo. And they're so happy for each other. The entire bench flood the field.
Look at pick the score.
The fitness score, Malu score. But VAR review. See if the brother, the build-up was offside. Yo, it's a ratty chat to him kicking out. The power out of the left foot. Jan Sommer is like, him frightened. Couldn't happen to a nicer group of players. I mean, they deserve it. They deserve it. We're looking at the VAR. Yeah, no, I'm good, man. I goal that. A goal. Again, Italian and a defender for Inter Milan late coming up with the line. So one thing is evident is that Lucho Enriquez definitely said to his players, hold your line properly because you can catch them late. And I mean, hold your run. 5-0. "88 minutes of play, and every time PSG score, the Inter player bend down like him want to go toilet. Yo, every time a man them score, a man bend down like saying a hernia to box cover. What go on? I mean, I think at the end of the day, when them better than you, them just better than you. I mean, it's just.
I just that idea.
So how old is Mayolo?
19 years old. He's going to remember when he's 19 years old, he scored. Watch it. Referees, all right, come. We spare the come.
So as for Inter Milan, Junior, this team now will probably no, some hard decisions will have to be made, right? I mean, not only did they drop the soap in the Scudetto, we spoke at length about last weekend about what happened with the Parma game, the penultimate game in the Scudetto race when they led, and now here it is. In the Champions League, they're getting a mallet.
They run out of gas. Who does that cry? They run out of gas.
I don't know who that is.
The Inter run out of gas. The age caught up to them. A younger, fitter, faster team caught them and playing at them best. So you have some players where you have to look at them and say, yo, thank you for your service. We're going to move on. Right?
Yeah.
Arian, Damian.
Maybe Mkhitaryan, as you say, I mean, time. Like Kalajou. Kalajou is nowhere in this midfield. We need to pull up him stats. I don't even know how many passes he won, passes he made.
One thing we know him to do is that him chase the game.
Oh my goodness. 5-0. What a proper cut ass. Marcus Thuram. So you go, family.
It's over.
So you go.
Ref say over care about the one.
There's no sense adding extra time. There's no sense. I mean, so I guess with PSG, with Inter Milan, the verdict is that this Inter Milan cohort put their feet in the wrong striker.
Yeah.
In that final against. I mean, look at, wow.
But forget about the striker. You couldn't defend. You couldn't play in the midfield. You just overpowered.
Wow. Absolutely impressive, family. Absolutely impressive. Donnarumma, big up yourself. We have seen Donnarumma cry on the football field. We saw when he was at AC Milan, some fans got to him, he cried. Now he's gotten a chance to be champion of Europe. Big up yourself, youth. Lautaro Martinez. Why? So you go. Ousmane Dembele. Big up yourself. Best year in a long time. In fact, maybe his best year ever.
Without a doubt. That's not even a question. And now you have to look at France and say, what is the World Cup going to be?
Yeah, with these young players.
Yes, yes.
I mean, the way this team won, even Aston Villa gave them a little bit more competition. And I don't know if it was a situation where it was the speed of Aston Villa, but they just butter Bruce, aka beat and teach this Inter Milan team.
Yep. Yep.
Congrats, Paris. Congrats to all PSG fans. Second Champions League trophy for French football. Congrats to the ownership of the Paris Saint-Germain. Congrats. I mean, best team all year. Best team all year. And the numbers show it.
Without a doubt. Yo, I ain't that doing I'm turn on my grill.
Yeah, family. Big up to our listeners. Remember to subscribe to the channel. We're going to step away. It's a long day. We had two watch alongs today, so we have to take ourselves. We have some other things to do. And congrats to the winners. Congrats to PSG. Lucho Enriquez. Big up yourself. Ousmane Dembele. Big up yourself. So you go. Inzaghi and company, Denzel Dumfries. So you go.
A great club season comes to an end.
Yep.
A great European club season comes to an end.
Yep.
And it's an anti-climatic end.
Yeah. For the neutral, a bit disappointed in this football game. We wanted a bit more competition, but this is, for PSG fans, they don't really care about that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Lucha take off his shirt.
Yeah, man. The man gonna enjoy himself, and Yo, we have all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Big up, thank you. We'll do this again on the 3rd. Tuesday evening, Junior.
Yep. Wait, Tuesday evening. Yeah, I'm going to call you from Alabama. I go Alabama.
All right, see that. Tuesday evening, Reggae Girls will take on Team USA. We're going to have to get something strong for that football game, brother.
Yeah?
Yeah.
People ask us why we do it. It's for you, the fans.
Yes, this is why. We all suffer through it. Connect with us on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast. We're also on Blue Sky at the same address. Facebook at Ball Chat. We're on TikTok at ballchat_podcast. You can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. Big up to the I Am Jamaica Facebook group. Check out I Am Jamaica Facebook group. Great Saturday of watching football, family. We'll see you again on Tuesday. Reggae girls. Busby, get yourself ready, cause we have a belt if things go on. Reggae girls versus Team USA. We're gonna roll,